Greetings and welcome. Subscribe the channel Thermal Engineering for video sessions on heat and mass transfer. This is a video session on boiling and condensation. In this session, you will be able to explain types of boiling, regimes of pool boiling, film-wise condensation and drop-wise condensation. Let us know about saturation temperature and pressure. Saturation temperature means, in a simple word, boiling point. The saturation temperature is the temperature for a corresponding saturation pressure at which a liquid boils into its vapor phase. So here we will take help of this diagram. This is a TV diagram for the water for the phase change process. So here this whole region is divided into three parts by this dome or bell-shaped curve. Left side curve is called a saturated liquid line and right side is called a saturated vapor line. These are constant pressure lines. So if the water is heated at some pressure, say atmospheric pressure, so its temperature will be increased from the ambient temperature to the 100 degrees Celsius temperature, that is saturation temperature of the water. So at this point, left side, water will start to convert into vapor. As the process is continued up to this point, completely that water will be converted into vapor. So this process is called as boiling process, which is taking place at constant temperature and constant pressure. So saturation pressure is the pressure for a corresponding saturation temperature at which a liquid boils into its vapor phase. What is difference between boiling and evaporation? Boiling is the phenomenon of heat transfer from a surface to a liquid with a phase change to the vapor phase by the formation of bubbles. Boiling occurs when a liquid is brought into contact with a surface, for example surface of heater, which is at a temperature above the saturation temperature of the liquid. For example, here saturation temperature of water is 100 degrees Celsius, then heater temperature is above 100 degrees Celsius. So in that case, here boiling occurs. Applications of boiling are in case of household refrigerator, when the refrigerant comes in a evaporator coil. Because of low boiling point, refrigerant absorb heat from the space to be cooled. Thus liquid refrigerant inside the evaporator coil is getting converted into vapor, means it is getting boiled. In case of steam power plants, boilers are used to vaporize the water or to boil the water in order to convert that water into steam. In chemical industries, boilers are used for boiling purpose. In case of electronic component cooling and in regenerative cooling of rocket motors, the process of boiling is utilized. Now we will see about evaporation. Evaporation occurs at liquid vapor interface, means at this top surface of water, for example. It happens when vapor pressure is less than saturation pressure. Vapor pressure means pressure applied by the vapor on the liquid surface. So This is at given temperature. So this is a temperature, for example 20 degrees Celsius. So in this case, no bubble formation or bubble movement involved inside the water. Law applicable to boiling heat transfer is Newton's law of cooling, that already we know, that is equal to H into Ts minus Tsat, where Ts is the temperature of heating surface and Tsat is the saturation temperature of liquid. This difference is what delta T excess. So here classification of boiling is based on bulk fluid motion. There are two types, pool boiling and flow boiling, and based on bulk liquid temperature. It is divided into two types, subcooled boiling and saturated boiling. Now we will see one by one each kind of boiling. Pool boiling, it is a heat transfer mechanism carrying a phase transition from liquid to vapor. So here we see this is a water which is kept in a pot, and this is the application of heat at the bottom. So however heat is added, temperature of this water is going to rise. So this whole process of pool boiling is shown or expressed by using curve, that is called as pool boiling curve. It is also called as pool regime. So this pool boiling curve is this curve, which is a plot of heat flux versus excess temperature. So on y-axis this is a heat flux, means watt per meter square. Watt is a energy, amount of heat transfer divided by area. On x-axis this is a temperature difference between surface temperature and fluid temperature, that is delta T. So this boiling curve, pool boiling curve, has four regions. So region first is called as natural convection boiling. Region second is called as nucleate boiling. In third region, transition boiling is taking place, and this is the last region in that film boiling is taking place. Now we will see about each kind of boiling in detail. So natural convection boiling. In thermodynamics, the requirement for boiling of pure substances to occur is that saturation temperature of the liquid is equal to surface temperature. But in real experiments, boiling does not occur until the liquid is heated a few degrees above the saturation temperature. So from this diagram you can see the surface temperature is greater than the saturation temperature of liquid. For 1 atmosphere, saturation temperature of water is 100 degrees Celsius. So this surface temperature is more than 100. Say here is considered as 103 degrees Celsius. So this difference that we say delta T excess in case of natural convection boiling is less than 5 degrees Celsius. So in this case vapor will be observed over the water surface, but usually no bubbles will be observed inside this water. Nucleate boiling. In this, steam bubbles form at the heat transfer surface and then break away and are carried into the main stream of the fluid. So here this surface temperature is more than saturation temperature. So here this movement of these bubbles enhances heat transfer because the heat generated at the surface is carried directly into the fluid stream by the bubbles which are forming. That is what nucleate boiling. Transition boiling. that is happening in third region of the pool boiling curve. So immediately after the critical heat flux has been reached, boiling becomes unstable in this region and transition boiling occurs here. So in this case delta T excess is more, you can see here. So transition boiling is a combination of unstable nucleate and unstable film boiling. So transition boiling is a combination of third and fourth region. Last region is a film boiling. So film boiling occurs when the pressure of a system drops or flow decreases. In this case, the bubbles cannot escape as quickly from the heat transfer surface. So this is a heat transfer surface. So here you see vapor film is developed, and above vapor film then these are the bubbles which are escaping from this vapor film, but these are not escaping from the heating surface. A further increase in heat flux causes a film of vapor to fully cover the surface. That is the reason of formation of film. This significantly reduces the convection coefficient, means H, since the vapor layer has significantly lower heat transfer ability. Next type of boiling is a flow or force convection boiling. In this case, boiling happens in presence of bulk fluid flow, which is taking place inside the heated pipe or over a surface. The fluid is forced to flow through this pipe or surface by pump. So this is an external agent or external mechanical component as a pump is here to force the fluid. So in this case, convection effects will be present. Subcooled boiling. In this subcooled means we have seen that phase change diagram. The left side region is subcooled region. So in this case, the boiling is subcooled if the temperature of main body of fluid, means temperature of liquid, is that is saturation temperature, that is less than the bulk of liquid. So here you see subcooled water that is at 80 degrees Celsius, and this is a 107 degrees Celsius, that is a heating surface temperature. So saturation temperature is lower than the surface temperature. It occurs at early stages of boiling. In this case, bubble formation and disappearance near the hot surface occurs. Bubbles disappear as they transfer heat to the surrounding subcooled liquid. This is also called as local boiling because it is taking place at the surface. Saturated boiling, which take place at saturated temperature. For example, in case of water, atmospheric pressure, saturation temperature is 100 degrees Celsius. So boiling is saturated in this case if the temperature of main body of fluid is equal to saturation temperature. Now the second part of the video session is condensation. Condensation process is the reverse of boiling process. It occurs when a saturated vapor comes in contact with a surface whose temperature is lower than saturated temperature. So for example, here this is a bottle shown. Inside this bottle the fluid or liquid is present. Its temperature is lower than the saturated temperature. So that's why here the outside vapor present in the air, when comes in a contact with this bottle, condensation is taking place. Now there are two types of condensation. First is a film wise condensation and second is drop wise condensation. In case of film wise condensation, the condensate wets the surface and forms a liquid film. So this is a liquid film which is forming. The surface is blanketed by a liquid film which serves as a resistance to heat transfer. So by this heat transfer is reduced because of this film, liquid film. Second is dropwise condensation. Here the condensed vapor forms droplets on the surface. The droplets slide down when they reach a certain size. No liquid film here to resist heat transfer. Thus, as a result of this, heat transfer rate is in this case higher, means about 10 times larger than the film condensation heat transfer rate. So dropwise condensation is more efficient as far as heat transfer is concerned. So at the end of this session, you can explain types of boiling, pool boiling curve, film-wise condensation and drop-wise condensation. Thanks for watching. Subscribe the channel Thermal Engineering for the further video sessions. Thank you.